Will the market go up or down? Should you lock in or float? Find out this and more with Master of the Markets, hosted by Barry Habib of MBS Highway. Brought to you by Paramount Residential Mortgage Group.
Welcome to another edition of Master of the Markets. I'm Barry Habib, and MBS Highway created exclusively for NMP TV, and it's brought to you by friends of PRMG who are working for your best interest. Well, it's all about the Fed right now. We've got Jackson Hole this week. And you know what? This Jackson Hole, Wyoming meeting is usually a platform that the Fed would talk about what they're about to do for their agenda. But although tapering is a big topic, we don't see it happening. We think the Fed wants to kick the can down the road. And this is interesting because so many Fed members, including the most dovish Fed members, Eric Rosengren from Boston and Neil Kashkari, he's a real kook as far as being a super dove. He's from Minneapolis. Now, these two are even talking about tapering by the end of this year, early next year. That's a big step. So we can anticipate this happening. Now, normally this meeting would be real important for the Fed to kind of lay out their platform, but they probably want to see what the numbers are going to be like on the next jobs report for August, which we'll get early September. Lots happening in early September. Those extended unemployment benefits go away for everybody. So what's going to happen to the job market when these people come on? Well, probably see more jobs creations to fill those jobs, but now instead of being not counted as unemployed, they will be counted as unemployed. So interestingly enough, you may see the unemployment rate actually go up, and that might give the Fed even more cover to push things up because the Fed is pointing to the fact that we are not seeing the employment picture be as robust as it should. Well, you're paying people to stay home. What can you expect? Now, what would it mean if the Fed actually starts tapering? So listen, the Fed says they're buying $40 billion a month, but it's over $100 billion that they're buying, and over $60 billion of that is reinvestment. They're not going to touch that. If they taper, they'll taper a portion of the $40 billion. So let's say if they do that, and let's say they do 25% taper. So instead of buying $40 billion, they buy 30 plus the 60 that they're doing in reinvestment. So instead of a total of $100 billion a month, $90 billion a month. Will it have an impact? Maybe, but not very much. There's a couple of levels that we want to look at here on the 10-year Treasury, and that is 1.29 and 1.37. These are important levels for us to watch because they will put a ceiling on things. Now, on the downside, 1.23 is an important level because if we break underneath that, we'll go down to 119, and we get underneath that, boy, it's potential clear sailing to about 1% on the 10-year. Who would have thought that we'd see, amidst all this inflationary pressure, the 10-year be so resilient? But it's that way because if you look around the globe, no place to find yield except right here in the good old U.S., where you can get reasonable coverage, reasonable security, and get a better yield than in other parts of the globe. Listen, at MBS Highway, we break all this down, including a lot of the housing data, and it's important that you follow with this because we're going to be in a midst of news that comes out about housing where it's going to be misinterpreted by the media. We'll give you the right numbers in the stacks to show you why there isn't a housing bubble and help alleviate those points of friction. Hope you guys have a great week, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Be sure to click on the link below for your free 30-day MBS Highway trial.